Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 3 of Actions and Reactions. We made it to episode 3. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
There you go.
I'm Nico Nee. I'm with Kel SG. Oh, that rhymes so
Kel SG
well.
here.
I like that. I like that a lot. What are we talking about today, Kel? What are we talking about?
A lot of things, but first of all, Harry Potter.
What about
Harry
it?
Potter.
What about it?
Okay, Nico, are you a fan of Harry Potter?
Yes, I am. I wouldn't say I'm.
What kind of question is that?
I'd say I'm a big fan. Quite a big fan. Just a little fan. I'm a fan.
Okay. I mean, to me, it was the first novel I ever read. I mean, I was reading other books, but to me, Harry Potter was the one that, just got me into reading. And, that's why I have like special feelings for it. I love it. Like, maybe maybe it's not true. Maybe it is, but maybe Harry Potter was the reason why I went to the UK.
Hopefully to not live under the stairs, but...
And then I got disappointed. Now I'm joking.
There's no such thing as magic.
Yet. But yeah, just the thing with Harry Potter is I really enjoyed the films, and while they were happening, I was having fun. I was going to the cinema watching them. But then when it all finished and I looked back, I was like, maybe it's not what I think it was. It just changed to a very dark theme that I didn't like at all. It was not for kids anymore. That's my, those are my thoughts, and it was something I didn't like it. I understand that you need to grow with the kids, but then again, I like Harry Potter because, I don't know, it had this feeling of being not just being like feeling like a kid, and just having fun with magic. And of course there are like, you've got problems in the real world and all that, but to me it just turned too dark too soon.
But I felt like it had to. It can't just be all happy, rainbow and sunshines all the time.
Yeah.
But like, what did you not like about it going dark? Was it because it went too dark too quickly, or like, what is it that you don't like about it?
I mean, to me the film I liked the most was the third one, because it had this science fiction theme going on there, and I really like that. And it sort of like prepares you for what's about to come, which that film is already dark. Like, if you compare that to the first two films, it's something completely different. But then that was it. Like, it got dark too soon. It was like in the fourth film, you're already giving me something that is completely different from the second one,
Yes.
And then you spend the next films just looking at, I don't know, pure darkness. But I'm not just saying like the looks of it, like the characters and everything. And I needed something that would give me that feeling of, I'm watching Harry Potter. I'm supposed to, be liking this, and I didn't. When you walk to a film like The Revenant, you're gonna watch darkness and blood and fights and all that. And I had that feeling watching the last film of Harry Potter, and of course you need that. But then again, just give me something that it's not that all the time.
Interesting. I think I get what you mean. I feel like, obviously, the first 3 movies really do set the tone of a light-hearted feel, happiness, magic can help save us all, can help fix it all. And then come the 4th one, spoilers if no one's watched it, but there's death, there's darkness, there's all these Death Eaters, monsters. Like, I know there's monsters in Harry Potter, but I do get what you mean, that it suddenly, switched a flip and it went all dark and spooky. But I feel like almost at the same time it kind of had to, because they're growing up, they're not young anymore, they're facing their own, like, I say inner demons, but like inner battles and inner demons themselves. So I don't know. But I feel like it did. I did lack the whole happiness and magic of things a lot in the last. How many movies? 5 movies? 6? The last few. I've lost count how many there are. I think there's 8.
Yeah, but you need a break, and I didn't have that break. Um,
He's Harry Potter. He's the chosen one. He doesn't
He's
get
the
a break. He
chosen one.
doesn't get a break.
Maybe that's what they went for. Like, I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying that I didn't like it, and now with the new um, Fantastic Beasts films, I was hoping to have more of like the first things that we had in the first 2 films, but we didn't. Like, to me, it's just kept being dark. And that's why now I have that feeling that when I'm rewatching Harry Potter, I watch the 3rd one and that's it for me. Like, to me, I just, I watch Harry Potter. I'm not gonna go and watch the 4th and the 5th, just because I don't like watching those films. I don't know. It's a weird feeling, and it's been in my head for a long time. And at first I was like, maybe I'm the only one, so I'm not gonna say anything. But it's just what I think, Nico. Maybe it's wrong. I don't know.
Do you feel?
I think the whole story, like, I'm just gonna say, the
Yes.
whole story, it's planned out very well. Because the characters have an arc, and to me, that's what I'm taking. I'm just thinking, yeah. That's the way you draw it, right? When you just
Yes.
okay. To me, that's maybe one good thing to take about this is that at the end you look at the characters, you look at them from the beginning till the end, and you see that they've changed a lot. That's something that I really like. And even those characters that you thought they were evil at the beginning, they ended up being very good people.
Yes,
We
one
both
of
know
my
what we're talking
favourite
about, right?
characters, Draco Malfoy. Had a little bit of a crush on him when I was young.
He's a handsome guy.
He's
Come
a
on,
very
let's be
handsome
honest.
fella now. No, I did like it, but I also felt like, because I watched quite a lot of like behind the scenes and like deleted scenes of the movies, because I'm a little bit of a nerd like that. But there was a couple of scenes in the last movie, the last 2 movies, part 1 and part 2, that they just cut out from the bad guys' perspectives of them helping or them trying not to be so evil like Voldemort. And I was like, why do that? That would have been so good to see like more bad guys turn good almost. And I feel like you don't see that a lot, especially in such a big franchise like Harry Potter.
And I
Yeah.
think at the time we were not used to these kind of things. Like, bad people were bad people, and that's it. Like, now we've got the Joker, and we've got all these films like showing us the perspective from the bad guy,
Yeah.
which I think is quite interesting. But back then, I mean, it was like dangerous things to do. Like, just not let's not show what this guy is thinking, or what his guy is doing if he does something good, just because it's not going to do good for the story. I'm very happy that changed, because now you've got like both perspectives, and like, you're not evil because you want to be evil. Like, there is a reason behind it, and now films more than ever, they are telling us what that is about.
Yes.
But yeah,
Yeah, I definitely agree. Like back then, there was always like that thin line of like black and white, good versus evil kind of stuff. There wasn't ever like anything that was like switching sides or like merging. But now, like you've got so many different like perspectives of so many different characters. It's just crazy. It's crazy to see how much film has evolved and adapted. And yeah,
and it wasn't that long ago. Like,
no, like
it's like in the last 10 or 15 years that has
that
changed.
is long. 10, 15 is
We're
long.
old. We're old. But I think it's a good franchise. It's just I have my I think things I don't like about it, but overall I think it's one of the greatest franchise. And how many films they did, like, come on, just think about it. Like, 8 films, right? Am I
I'm
wrong?
surprised, like, the main characters, or the actors, should I say, stuck with it for so long. Because how many years? What, like, 10, 15 years in the making almost?
Yeah.
Props to them. And then obviously afterwards they're like, we're done, we're finished, we got the money, we're leaving.
Yeah,
No, I know
but-
Emma
but
Watson
then-
has retired, but I don't know about the
Yeah.
other two.
I think Rapper Green now is.
He's
a
married. He's
producer.
living his best life. He has a little baby.
I mean,
Everything.
he's very rich, so he can do whatever he
He's
wants.
living his best life.
And just imagining from the actor's perspective, like spending that much time just playing this character, and I mean, right there and then that you're going to be remembered for that character. So how do you get out of this? I think, from the actor's perspective, it's difficult to spend, that amount of time just working on the same film franchise. They did a few things here and there. I think Emma Watson did a couple of films while she was acting in
I think
Harry
so.
Potter.
I think near the end she did a bit more stuff.
Yeah, I mean, probably because she had more time. I've got nothing to do now.
In comes Emma Watson on Actions and Reactions. Hello. No, chicken. Imagine.
That. Oh my
my god. I don't
I
think.
was in love with her. She was my crush, honestly. She was. My God.
I feel like she was everyone's crush. I don't know. I found her
Yeah.
very annoying in the first 3 movies. Until she started growing
honestly,
up, and I was like, okay, she's okay.
I mean, until I was like 15 or 16, I felt like I was in love with her. It was so weird. I was like, oh my God.
Me with Draco.
Then it just,
Everyone was like, I like Harry Potter. I'm like, oh, he's overrated. I'm like, give me Draco Malfoy and I'll be a happy bunny.
and then Tom Felton is a very nice guy. Like if you see him in interviews and all that, I mean, he's just lovely.
He's so nice. And he sings and writes music. But
How do you know all of these?
we don't talk about how I know all this stuff, okay? Let's just say I kind of keep up to tabs with some certain actors and actresses in Harry Potter, okay?
Okay. Wow, interesting. Have you read the novels, by the way?
I have, yes. I've also read Cursed Child as well. I really liked Cursed Child. I feel like it needs to be a movie adaptation, though, not a theatre adaptation. But that's just me.
When I finished, I mean, to me, I'm not gonna say I was depressed, but when I finished watching the last Harry Potter film in theaters, I was like, it's over.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe because I had a crush on Emma Watson, maybe that that.
It was like, no more Emma Watson.
That's
No more
what,
Hermione.
in my mind, that's what it was. In my mind, that's what it was. But then I thought, wow, this is over. Like, I'm not gonna know anything more about these characters. And because back then we weren't that used to like reboots and all that stuff and sequels. But then reading The Cursed Child, that changed everything. Because I remember reading it, and I was like, wow. I mean, that's a proper sequel to it. And it you've got these characters that you've seen, and then you get to know these other characters, which to me are amazing, and they develop these, they get into the Harry Potter universe again. And nothing up until that point gave me that feeling of being there again. And that's when I thought, because up until that point, people were talking about, rebooting the franchise or maybe doing a sequel, and I was like, nah, just don't do anything with it. Like, just leave it the way it is. But then when I read that, I was like, whoa, you just, come on, what is it, guys? Let's start shooting these things.
Give me that. That's just that.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll do it myself if you don't want to do it. But that's it. It brought me back this, being in the world of Harry Potter again. And yeah, I read it twice, and it has never happened to me before, just reading something twice the same day and checking things like, wow, this is just amazing. But just, if you put the right people to write, a proper story, then it happens by itself. And what are they waiting for, Nico? They need to adapt this thing.
I think they just don't want to give J.K. Rowling any more money. Because you know how she be like. If we don't go into that, but I'm sure everyone knows what J.K. Rowling recently has done. Um,
Yeah.
which is why I think the fans themselves have taken it upon themselves. Like I think a few years ago I saw a trailer for the Cursed Child. And I was like, wow, people are just so creative and like they can just do whatever they want now. Not whatever they want, but as in like their creativity can lead them to do whatever they want. And it's just so crazy to see that something like that was produced by young adults and not by, big Hollywood companies like Warner Brothers, who copyright everything that I post on my YouTube channel. I see you. We hate you.
Probably they're watching right now, so
They're probably gonna demonetize this video, but we move. So yeah,
even like they did a fun film, right? About Voldemort, I think it was.
oh yeah, I saw that one too. Well, I didn't see it. I kind of got a little bit bored halfway.
And yeah,
the trailer looked good.
But yeah, the Warner Brothers, I think they allowed them to do that because they released a trailer and they were looking for finance to finish the film. But then someone was like, "This is copyright, guys. Like, come on, you need to do something about it." And then Warner Brothers was like, "No, it's fine. Like, just do your thing." Which I think it was because of the pressure from the the fans and all that. Maybe they were like, "Don't."
They're like, give it to them, please. We need something.
Yeah.
And now there's literally hardly anything about Harry Potter. Oh no, I shouldn't say Harry Potter because now it's all about Fantastic Beasts. And there's whole Johnny Depp and stuff like that, and J.K. Rowling again, always causing trouble. So I don't even know if there's gonna be a third movie for Fantastic Beasts. I never watched the second one. I watched the first one.
I mean, they were filming, right?
Who knows? Maybe it's because of
I know,
COVID. Maybe it's because of J.K. Rowling. But
and this is another subject, completely different subject. But during the reshoots of Justice League, when the Zack Snyder cut was announced, they had to reshoot like the Flash scenes, like some of the scenes, and because the actor, I don't remember his name. I don't know what his name was, but he is. But basically, the Fantastic Beasts crew helped Zack Snyder reshoot the scenes he was in, just because he was on set. So I suppose something has been shot, right? I don't know.
I feel like also with Fantastic Beasts, it just kind of lost the whole, because it was meant to be like about the magic and the creatures and the beasts, and like the first one I feel like did really capture that until the end, and then it got really intense, and they're like, oh, there's a bad guy, there's always a bad guy, and I was like, no, I just want to know about the creatures and the world they live in. I don't want to know about the bad guys.
So would you say, did you like the first Fantastic film?
I liked the first
Beast
half.
film?
The first
Like,
half,
to
and
me,
then the second half I was like,
yeah.
And then I didn't watch the
like,
second movie because I was like,
So I watched the first film and I was like, do I like this? Like, I had to ask myself these questions.
yeah.
Like, am I enjoying this? And to be honest, I didn't go to the cinema to watch the second one. I waited like way after that. I watched it. I bought the film to watch it, but I didn't like the first one. It took me like years to watch the second one. And what I did first, I read the script of the second one, which yeah, because like J.K. Rowling wrote it, right? And they the script is public, right? Like you can go and buy it. It was made like a book. I think they made it like a book of the script, and I read that first, and I was like, okay, it's all right, but and then I watched the film, and spoiler alert, I was a bit disappointed.
Like many people were, but it's all good. Oh wow, I feel like we're just talking about Harry Potter here, not even like movie franchises. What's your favorite movie franchise?
Ooh. Let me think. I don't know. That's a very difficult question.
Like if
We
you
should have planned this before. I'm gonna be thinking for like 5 minutes. Just
like
in
it's
silence,
life or
like,
death. You have maybe 2 hours left in the world, and you have to watch. Okay, maybe not 2 hours. I'll give you a day to watch your favorite franchise.
Okay. Wow. What's yours, Nico? Well, I'm thinking about mine.
Mm, Batman franchise is always good. Even like the old school ones with like Tim Burton and the one with George Clooney that no one talks about. I kind of really like that because I feel like it came out during my childhood and I was like, oh my god, a Batman movie, yay!
Yeah.
And
That's. I
then
mean, to me, all of those films are good because of that. Because I feel nostalgia when I watch them. I'm like, oh my god.
so then obviously I watched it back and I was like, oh, I understand why nobody talks about it. It's so bad.
But even then, I'm watching them. I'm like, I like this thing. Even like when George Clooney was Batman, I'm like, sorry guys, I like this.
But it was just so bad because then you had freaking Mr. Freeze just saying freeze every time. And, it was so bad, but it was so good.
Yeah. My favorite franchise would be Star Wars.
Ooh, ooh,
Yeah, I would definitely watch that 1,000 times.
I've watched the not the prequels. What is it weird? It's got a weird format, hasn't it? It's like got sequel, prequel, and then new stuff.
You've got the sequels first, then the prequels, and then the sequel of the sequels.
Yeah, it's so confusing. I don't think I've watched the latest Star Wars one, the new one, but I know what happens. So, because Twitter likes to spoil stuff.
I don't know. To me, it just, and I think I watched the first one when I was like 10 or 12. Like I wasn't, I'm not gonna say quite old, but it wasn't a film I watched when I was 7. Like I was 10 or 12, and it just changed me. I don't know. Like I was like, wow, this is just amazing. Like it's all the characters and feeling like you can just save the universe. That's big words, and I'm like, wow, I can watch these as many times as I want. Like I'm not getting tired of it. But yeah, and maybe people are gonna hate me if I say this, but The Force Awakens to me it was like 10 out of 10.
Oh, you hear that first, folks? He said The Force Awakens is 10 out of 10.
I mean, after that film, I didn't like any that followed, but Force Awakens. And I remember we went to the cinema to watch it with my friends, and I don't know, it was like 10 people, and it's just that moment being all together watching a Star Wars film. Because before that, we didn't do that because we just we were kids, so you wouldn't go to the cinema by yourself. But then being all there trying, I think it was like 10 of us, we watched it together, and that feeling of looking at my friend and saying, wow, we're watching this. It was just amazing. And maybe that's why I think The Force Awakens to me was like, yeah, it was really, really good.
So
I don't know.
With Star Wars, obviously they came out with the Mandalorian. I love the Mandalorian.
I love it. I love it.
Absolutely love it. I don't know what it is. It's just such a simple concept in Star Wars, if that makes sense. It's just and obviously Baby Yoda.
Yeah.
So you gotta love it.
What I think what I love about the Mandalorian is the storyline. It's simple, but it still works. And then you've got these, because Star Wars fans, like, okay, which side are you in? And we've always been one side or the other side. But with the Mandalorian, you see all these people that, they fought in a war that, for them, it was just a war. Like, they were losing friends and they were losing family, and it's like a real war. Like, you don't care about sides when you're in a war. You just, want to go back home. And I think the Mandalorian has showed us that. which I think it was, what was missing in the other Star Wars films. And I love it. And I love Baby Yoda. Like, come on. It's so cute.
He's so cute.
He is so cute. I love it. I love him. And every episode was just even better than the last one. And I remember finishing the first season and thinking, I don't deserve to watch this. We don't deserve to watch this. It's too good for us. They were just, it was too much for me. I was like, wow. And then season 2, when I thought, to me, that's it. Like they cannot make it better. Like there is no way. And then they did it, and I'm like, what's going on? It's just, I don't know, mind blowing. And again, like I've never been watching something and saying this is too good. Like, and I was thinking that when I was watching, I was like, this is too good. Like we don't deserve this. It just what if Star Wars, you always a struggle to find something new to talk about, a new story to tell. And when you have a Star Wars, it's like, what else can we say about it? You just, you need to find something that it's, it just uses the universe they're living in just to tell a story of one man who just, is trying to make a living. And then he finds this kid and has to protect it, and his life is going to change because of that.
He's like, I now am a father.
Yeah.
Season 3 should be coming soon. I'm excited.
Yep.
I'm excited.
Let's
but
hope
obviously
so.
there's been, some firing, some sacking. There might be some recasting.
Oh, yeah.
So
I read the story. I think the Hollywood Reporter. I read the story there, but I didn't, get into it too much because I just wanted to wait because don't get in trouble too soon because more people might speak up and all that. We're talking about I don't remember her name, Gina, right?
Gina, yes, Gina.
Gina Carano.
Gina Carano.
Gina Carano. I get it. Like it's like that's what you have to do, but it's just weird that these kind of things happen. Meaning like her leaving the show, but I'm sure that it's not going to affect at all the main storyline. Like, come on. They've just, created something from scratch using the Star Wars universe. Getting rid of one character that is not the main character, it's not difficult for them.
Yeah,
it's going to be easy.
They can find a way around it. It's not that hard.
Yeah. As long as you don't touch, like, the Mandalorian and Baby Yoda, then you're fine. Because she wasn't even like, I don't know, spoiler alert, but she wasn't even like in the 3 or 4 first episodes of season 2, right? Like he took her like.
No, I don't think so.
2 episodes.
I think she came like halfway.
Yeah, I was like, to be honest, like I completely forgot she was in there, and then I was like, whoa, look who's back.
I was like, oh yeah, you still exist, because so much happens, and I'm like, oh yeah, you're back. I remember you.
And throughout season 2, they've been, contacting other characters, and I think they would definitely, fill that empty space that she left. So we'll see what's gonna happen with that, but I'm not too worried. It's not like when Kevin Spacey was fired that he was the main character of the show, so
yeah, because Star Wars is such a big world, big universe. I'm sure.
Yeah, they'll find
a new. They'll make a new character and be like, "This is her cousin. She's now stepping up to do what she did." Like, do you know what I mean? Like, they'll find a way. Plus, it's kind of like Marvel in the sense that you could literally make any superhero you really wanted to and get away with it. It'll be like Star Wars. You can have anyone be a freaking Jedi or a master, and then they're like, okay, this is my backstory, and I have this because of this, and you're like, okay.
Okay, yeah, I'm buying it. I mean, come on, like anything that they do, I'm gonna like it. Like,
true.
Just every episode is a masterpiece. Like, I'm just gonna love whatever they do next. Honestly. And something I wanted to point out is with the Mandalorian, they did a lot of behind the scenes, talking to the directors and the actors and the crew members, and I think to me it was like, wow, you're just opening a new world to me. Like even that, it's really good because you see the special effects. It was something completely different that has never been done before. I think they did it in a couple more films, but it was like the first time they were actually basing their special effects on that style of doing them. Seeing the crew members and directors talking about that was just amazing. And I think, one of the good things about the show is that they give enough freedom to every director to, go wherever they want to go with each episode. Even though, they have a storyline to follow, you're giving freedom to the filmmakers, which, they try to be creative on each episode. It's just amazing, and really good directors. Like, I was like, whoa, obviously it's good. Like, you've got like top Hollywood directors working for you. So, I mean, it's Disney, so what do you expect? I'm not going to be directing one of the episodes.
Season 4, Nico and Kel will be directing and producing an episode of The Mandalorian. You've heard it here first, folks. So make sure everyone adds Disney so we can try and get in there.
There you go.
That would be so insane if we could do that. Yo, I would gladly make a coffee for everyone on set if I could just be on that set. Are you kidding me? Imagine you just make coffee and a stormtrooper just comes by, and I'm like, what?
You're like, oh my god, freaking out, like, oh my god.
I'm like, oh my god, oh my gosh.
It might happen one day. Come on, guys. Yeah. But yeah, Nico, what's next?
I don't know. This has kind of been a free for all, free flow kind of podcast today. We didn't normally.
We're flowing so far.
Normally, what we do here on our podcast is we watch a movie beforehand and we talk about it, and then leading to other subjects. Today we said we're going to talk about all the subjects and see where it goes.
Yeah, just see where it goes, which I think.
I mean, Cal really wanted to talk about his Harry Potter fascination.
Yes, I don't know why. I just wanted to.
He didn't even. What house are you in? You didn't even say. Can I guess? Are you like Hufflepuff?
Yes, please. Yeah, probably. Aww. Yeah, that's what I've been told.
I'm a snake. I'm a Slytherin.
Wow. I did
Some
one.
say I'm cunning. I am not.
Yeah, I did that thing where you just answer some questions and they put you like, house, and then I ended up being in Hufflepuff. So yeah, probably that's.
Hey, nothing wrong with Hufflepuff.
Yeah.
Cedric died in Hufflepuff. We like Cedric.
Yeah,
he saved us all. Well, I mean, he was a bit annoying, but he saved us all.
Yeah. Who knows? I might just go and direct my own film franchise focused on Hufflepuff.
It'll be called Hufflepuff. No, before Hufflepuff. Hufflepuff after Hufflepuff. The 3 Hufflepuff movies.
We've got the title already. Now we just need to come up with the script.
We don't need the script. We'll go with the flow, like we are doing with this podcast. We did say we was going to talk about Justice League. We did touch about it a little bit, obviously with.
Yeah.
There's a new. Well, I don't know. I'll let you talk about it.
I'm just gonna say, like, let's leave like the whole story for another podcast because I think that's quite interesting. You want to save the whole podcast?
Okay.
We can just talk. Just an episode where we can just talk about the whole story because I think it's very interesting because it's just not the film, but it's the first time a director is allowed to re-release his film in theaters and
true. I say we watch it, we come back, we write notes, we talk about it.
like I'm gonna like spend one day because it's a 4 hour long. I'm gonna spend one day just watching it.
Yeah, no,
That's
I don't. Yeah, I remember it being
do that.
long the first time, so I can only imagine
Yeah,
that the re-release
4 hour cut. Like
is going to be longer. But it's kind of like
the
I don't know. I know another discussion of words we all get on too much into it. If anyone has any questions about movies that they've seen recently or see TV series, let us know in the chat below. I'm recently
please.
been watching Superstore. Why? Because I finished watching Community, and I love that. I love the. I don't know. I'm in my little like American comedy TV series phase.
Okay, okay.
So I've been watching a lot of Superstore. I'm almost on season 4, and I started
Uh,
3 days ago. So
Whoa.
some might say I have a little bit of an obsession.
No, I wouldn't
No,
say
I
that
don't.
at all.
No,
No, you
no,
don't.
no, I don't. What have you been watching recently then, Cal?
Uh, right now I'm watching Lovecraft Country.
Ooh,
It's produced by Jordan Peele and J.J. Abrams.
ooh.
So far I'm enjoying it. I wasn't expecting it to be like that. I thought I was walking into something completely different, but then they surprised me, which I'm not sure still if it's good or not. But so far I'm enjoying it. And then I'm also watching. You're gonna hate me for this, but I'm
Uh-oh.
watching The Office, but the American version.
No, the American version is the best. Is the only version that
I was
exists. The
gonna
UK
say
version
okay.
doesn't exist. The Office was actually
Um,
next on my list because I was gonna watch Community, Superstore, Office, Parks and Recs. Like I had a whole like American comedy list. I was on it. I was on it. I was on it.
uh, just with The Office, because I'm watching like episodes,
Mhm.
every now and then. Like I'm not watching it like episode after episode, but I I'm not gonna say it's the same, but I felt like sort of that feeling when you're watching Friends that you just walk into that flat and you don't know what's gonna happen with this. The same is happening with The Office. Like I don't know, it just makes me happy if
Mhm.
after a long shoot or whatever I go back home and I just want to watch that for 2 episodes and that makes my day. I'm like
Mhm.
wow. Or if I'm stressed that day, I'm like I can't wait to just go back and watch a couple of episodes of that show. It's just pure happiness. um I'm just going to talk for ages about
Yeah.
this show and I don't want to because have you seen it like
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I think that's
okay.
why I've gone into my American comedy phase. It's because I'm in lockdown. I have nothing better to do. I can't go out. I can't see my friends. So I'm just gonna enjoy my life through a comedy show and be happy. Watch. Well, I say watch 2 or 3 episodes. I've watched more like 12 and 13 episodes,
I was
but
going to say
but I'm happy. It makes me laugh. There's just something like light-hearted about it, and even if there's drama in it, it's resolved at the end. Like it's just nice, simple to watch, and just eases my mind, zens me out, it puts me in a good mood. What more
there
can
you
you
go. That's
ask?
all you
What
need.
more can you ask
that's
for?
that's all you need.
What more can you ask for?
What's wrong with the Office, the British version of it?
It's just not good. It
Really?
just
I
doesn't
always
have
thought.
the same like the same output, the same joke. It just I don't know. It's just trash.
I mean, if I have to be honest with you, I think Steve Carell, is that how you pronounce it?
Yes, I love him.
He's he's a
Absolutely
genius.
love
Like
him.
when he plays Michael, I'm like, oh my god. Even it's just what he does, the way he plays the character, the way he looks, the way he, everything. It's just on point, and it it just carries this show in a way that I've never seen a character carrying a show before. Because it's him. It's all him. Like you've got the other
Yeah.
characters which are really good, but it's just him, and you know that every time an episode starts, I'm like, what's Michael gonna do? Like, and you see it, like he's walking into a situation that is like, oh my god, I can't even look.
You're like,
No,
oh.
oh no way. I'm like, no way. And then the way he resolves it is like, oh, this is just crazy and and funny and uh then you've got this character who just wants to be appreciated and loved by others, and I think that's it's very nice, and the whole thing, because now I look back and I'm like, they are family. I watched the first episode and now the one I'm watching now and everything they've been through, and I'm like, these people are like family, which
Yeah.
which is nice. But I love it. Again, I love it. Like my friend recommended it to me. Like he's been recommending it to me for years, and I'm being
How
like years,
you
like 5 or 6 years.
only
You
now
need to
just
watch
watching
this.
it. I'm glad you are, but how?
I
Busy
just
man, busy
and then
man.
I mean, she's not busy. Just that I got I wanted to watch it once, and I looked, and I was like, how many seasons are there? Like
Mm,
crazy, like 10, 12 seasons.
that's
And
quite
I'm
a
like,
bit, yeah.
whoa, I'm not watching that. And 20 episodes for each season. I'm like, oof, that's too much. But then I just finished. What did I finish? What was the last show I finished? I don't remember. Oh, I'm not gonna say. I'm not gonna say because I'm ashamed of what I watched. I'm
No,
not gonna say
you
it.
gotta say it. You gotta say it.
I
Say
watched.
it. Say it.
I watched Marvel: The Runaways.
Was that any
Uh,
good? I heard 50. I heard mixed reviews on it.
okay.
Because
I hate something which is in the first season the main problem is not resolved.
oh,
Like that to me, it's a big mistake. You cannot, end a season like that. Like you end something and then you start something else. Like that's the way something works. Like these shows work. The thing is, and the friend that recommended it to me said it was like it's a mixture between Jurassic Park, Harry Potter, uh, any Marvel comics, and I don't know, just any other crazy thing that you might imagine. Like everything is in there. Like they put magic, they put spoiler alert dinosaurs. I don't know. Then you've got superheroes. Then you've got a guy that is like Tony Stark and he builds stuff by himself. I don't know. It's just crazy. And I was watching it, and there was. I'll be honest. Like I wouldn't have finished it if I didn't like it. So there was something there that I really liked, because you don't sit down for like 10 episodes just because you don't like it. But then I got to the end of season 1, and I'm like, am I watching the next one? I don't know. So I'm still waiting. And that was the moment where I was like, after all this, crazy shit happening, I need to watch something that, it's
they can
easy
just
to
calm me
understand.
back down to reality. What better than The
Uh,
Office?
and then I went to Amazon. I went on Amazon Prime and I saw that The Office was there, and I was like, let's watch the first episode. And then I ended up watching the first season, which is like 6 episodes, and I'm like, whoa, okay, I'm already in the second one. So then I started watching it, and I think it's just amazing. And it's a show that you can watch any episode and you're gonna have fun.
mm, mm,
um,
yes, definitely
and
agree.
let me say there is an episode, I don't know, I think it's in season 2 where uh, Pam, is that how she's called, like the receptionist?
Yeah.
And then the guy he likes, John Krasinski. I don't know what's the name of the character.
Oh my
I
god.
forgot. I'm so bad at names. Anyway,
Anyways,
these two
I
are
know what
having
you're
a
on about.
conversation. Huh?
I said I know what you're on about.
Okay.
Continue.
So these two having a conversation of, and they want to say something, but they don't say it. And that conversation happens for like, let's say 2 minutes. But the dialogue in that scene, it's so good because they just speak at the right moment and stop at the right moment. And you've got this conversation where they both want to say something, but they don't want to say it at the same time. And I was like, I was watching that, and I rewatched it again, thinking, I mean, this is just not comedy. This is well written comedy and well acted. And I was surprised. It's something that when you think about this, it's like, okay, it's just a show to relax. Yes, it is, but it's so well written, and that's the reason why it works. Um, Apart from having very strong characters, because I think The Office, what you know, you look at someone and if you put him in a situation, what's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think that's what they have, like very strong characters. But then again, it's so well written. It's just amazing. Like some scenes are like, wow. And I'm sure like most of that was improvised. The way it's shot and everything, and the way that Steve Carell is, because he likes improvising.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, just that's what I'm watching right now, and I'm obsessed with it.
I'm so happy. Yeah. I'm so happy for you.
I'm just enjoying it, Nico. I'm just enjoying it. Yeah.
Awkward silence whilst we think of what to talk about. If there
no. I know what to talk about.
Oh, okay. Shoot.
I mean, I know we're saving Justice League for another episode, but do you want to discuss the latest trailer, or which one did you watch?
I don't know. It was a clip on Twitter, so I don't know which one. I think it was.
What did you see that clip?
I think it was the actual cut. I don't know, but I mean, we can save it for another episode. I think that'll be a really good one to talk about. Like, we can literally dedicate like the whole episode to it, and we can talk about the old one, we can talk about the new one, talk about what we liked, what we didn't like. Miguel's just gonna non-stop talk, and I'm just gonna nod my head and be like, yes. It's gonna be like
3 hours of that.
The movie is 4 hours long, so the podcast will be 5 hours long.
5 hours long. And then we're going to have interviews. We're going to interview people.
Yes, of course.
Zack Snyder, Ray Fisher, Ben Affleck.
Yes.
It's going to be like
because
the 12-hour cut of the Actions of Reaction podcast.
Because we have people, we know people that could potentially do that.
Yeah. Nico knows more people than I do.
Do I?
Yeah. I mean,
do I?
Just one day, guys, you're going to have a surprise of who's going to come to the podcast. You're going to be like, oh my God.
I mean, we'll try our best here. That's what we're going to do. We're going to try our best.
There you go. It's your game. Okay. Should we leave it here for today?
I think so. Unless there's anything else you want to add. But I can think of. I don't know. Today's just been so unscripted and nothing's been planned, so we can only apologise for the lack of context. I don't know. But we're trying.
Yeah.
So I hope you liked our discussions.
It was flowing, Nico, and it was nice. I mean, it was a nice talk.
Yes, it was. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed our. Well, I say our. It was more like Kel's obsession with Harry Potter. Harry Potter, Star Wars, and The Office, and whilst I just nod my head and agreed.
There you go.
We've been Actions and Reactions. We go live every Wednesday. We also do... What else do we do? Yes, we do have other content as well on our YouTube channel. Yeah. We've got a video coming out on Friday, so be on the lookout for that. If you like what you see, then subscribe. Follow us on Twitter. The link is there. It's right there below us. And reactions. And we will see you guys live, hopefully with 3 of us, with Russo. Next Wednesday. So stay safe, take it easy.
And take care.
And take care. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.